Hello, I'm Dan Alexander. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. If you like these videos, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Tonight, I'd like to talk to you about a bus. What is a bus? A bus is a signal path that's accessible from multiple channels. So what does that mean in reality? Okay, so here we have the carcass of a Neve console module. And you see here there's buttons one through eight right here. Well, imagine, if you will, that you have many of these, however many your console has, and you have a signal recorded on four channels, and you want to combine those four channels to one channel. Well, if on each of those channels you push one of these buttons, say it's this one right here, you push that one on all of the channels, and then the the signals from those console channels are all going to be accessible through that output bus at your patch bay, and you can take it wherever you want. uh, um, for example, another thing you can do is if you were mixing drum tracks and you push these two uh, uh, assignment buttons on each channel, and then you use your pan pod to pan those channels out, and then you go to your patch bay and you take those channel the buses uh, uh, three and four. You take the outputs of buses three and four and you go into two other channels that you then can assign to buses one and two, which is your main mix. What does this do? Well, it gives you a submix level for your drum kit. Okay, so anyways, what happens? What's on the back here? What is this? These are switches. They have wires attached to them. Okay, these wires go to a a bus bar. And the bus bar is basically a long strip of metal, copper, steel, I don't know, that has connection points, solder points on it, so that you can solder the ends of these wires to those bus bars. And when you push this button, it goes to bus bar number one, as does any other channel where you push button bus number one. Uh, on a lot of consoles, people tend to use the output buses as channel assigns to a tape recorder or to a digital recorder. Um, that's not the best thing to do. The best thing to do is to only use the buses, no matter how many there are, to combine signals that you want to combine. The other signals, you should take a patch cord and just patch it directly to the input that you want it to go to, because that way you have the shortest signal path, and that gives you the best signal and noise ratio, etc., etc., etc. Yes, well, quite. Yes. So What are these buttons down here? Well, these are reverb, or that's a cat trying to get in and out of a kitchen cabinet, I think. Anyways, yeah, these can be used for reverb, or sometimes they're used for headphone, for, monitor mixes for the musicians or whatever. And but what's the reality of it? They're just more buses. It's exactly the same as these things. And where do these go? Where do the buses go? You got this long conductive thing that these wires go into, and you're pushing these buttons and sending them to those different long conductive strips. In a Neve, they go to some line amplifiers like a 1271 or a 1272 or a 3415 or 3416, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that is where you have your combining amps and output amplifiers that give you balanced signals, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know. I'm not a tech. So that's what happens. You push this button, or you push these buttons, and it goes to a particular conductive strip that goes to a line amplifier module that goes to the outside world or whatever. And these buttons here, which switch pre and post in pairs, give you aux sends and headphone sends and reverb sends and such and so on. Yes, quite. And here we have our pan pot that pans between any of these pairs that you push down. So take your pick. They're all accessible hypothetically at the patch bay. All right, so that's it for buses. Now I got to tell you, I don't know how it's spelled. Yeah, I always thought it was spelled with two S's, like the Bus Fuse Company. But then people told me it was spelled with one S, like getting on and off the bus. I got no clue. You can spell it any way you want. I don't care. It's okay, however you want to spell it. So, okay, that's it. Now that we've defined bus, the next video, I'm going to talk about the solo bus. All right. Thanks very much. Oh, hey, you can buy this book at Walmart. And today, it is number 138,000 something and something on the top 100 sellers list on Amazon. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Pulitzer Prize coming, I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. So pick up this book. I'm pretty positive you're going to like it if you bother to listen to these videos. All right. Stay safe out there. It's a really crazy world, and get a vaccination and don't die. Okay. All right. Thanks. Take care.